Hola, ¿qué tal amigos? Buenos días, buenas tardes y buenas noches. No importa la hora que sea, siempre es un gran momento para aprender español con Profesor Pablo y nuestro invitado de honor, esta camiseta que estoy estrenando, Beetlejuice. All right, our lesson is, you know how you say, wow, it makes me think about when I was a kid. It makes me think about my friends. It made me think about last week. It used to make me think about my parents. Well, the way we do that in Spanish is we use the verb hacer, and since the subject is it is making someone think about something, we're going to use the it form of the present tense, hace, the it form of the preterite, hizo, and the it form of the imperfect, hacía. Our verb numbering system, verb number 3, verb number 4, and verb number 5. This is a person that it makes think about something. Me, te, le, nos, os, and les. Technically, these are called indirect object pronouns. This is a 3-step process. Step 1 is a pronoun. Step 2 was whichever form of the verb hacer that you choose. If it's something now that makes you think about something, it's hace. If it's a one-time thing in the past that made you think about something, and if it's something that made you think about something all the time, then it would be imperfect. So step 1, the pronoun. Step 2, the verb. And then step 3 would be the conclusion. They both start with pensar, but if it's about, it's pensar en. If it's like it makes me think that, then it'd be pensar que, and then some kind of conjugated verb. But let's take a look at this cluster first. Okay, if I want to say it makes me think about school, me hace pensar en la escuela. It makes him think about his friends. Le hace pensar en sus amigos. It makes us think about our family. Nos hace pensar en nuestra familia. How about mom saw something and you want to say it made her think about vacation? Le, one time, preterite. Le hizo pensar en las vacaciones. It made me think about you. Me hizo pensar en ti. Ti, when does ti mean you? Well, anytime you want to say you, like the subject pronoun to, your to is fine, tu with the accent, but if you want to say you for to after a preposition which n is, then it has to be ti. So like you say, thinking about you at the bottom of a letter, pensando en ti. You've probably seen that perhaps in a card, Hallmark card, perhaps at a grocery store. So this would be, it makes me or it made me think about you. Me hizo pensar en ti. Let's go with here, everyone. It always made me think about everyone. Siempre me hacía pensar en todos. It made us think about the future. It made us think about the future. Which one is it going to be? It's going to be hizo with nos. Nos hizo pensar en el futuro. Them, all right, here's a pronoun. It makes us think about them. It makes us think about them, the less fortunate in the world, those who struggle, those who don't have food, etc. It makes us think about them. That would be nos hace pensar en ellos. Life. It made him think about life. It made him think about life. Le hizo pensar en la vida. And health is la salud. It made me think about health. Me hizo pensar en la salud. So, our pronoun, our verb, if it's makes you, it's hace. If it made you one time, hizo. And if it made you all the time, it's hacía. And then pensar en is to think about. Now, let's go. It made me think that. It could be any kind of conjugated verb, something that you come up with, pretty much anything that you can make work. And we have some here to study. If I want to say, It makes me think that I need to study. Me hace pensar que necesito estudiar. It makes me think that he did it. Me hace pensar que él lo hizo. How about work? It makes us think that we need to work harder. Nos hace pensar que necesitamos trabajar más duro. To be lucky. It makes us think that we are lucky. Nos hace pensar que tenemos suerte. It made me think that I was lucky. Me hizo pensar que tuve mucha suerte. It made me think that I was lucky like all the time. Me hizo pensar que tenía suerte. Buena suerte. Should. It makes me think that I should help. Me hace pensar que debo ayudar. It makes me think that we need to help. Me hace pensar que necesitamos ayudar. Be more careful. Tener más cuidado. Kind of a rhetorical question to somebody who just did a goof. You say, does it make you think you need to be a little more careful? That would be, te hace pensar que necesitas tener más cuidado. Te hace pensar que necesitas tener más cuidado. It used to make me think that I needed to be more careful. Me hacía pensar que necesitaba tener más cuidado. God loves us all. It makes us think that God loves us all. Nos hace pensar que Dios nos ama a todos. So there you go. To think about is pensar en plus a noun or a pronoun, and to think that would be pensar que with some kind of conjugated verb after it. It's a three-step process. The pronoun, the indirect object pronoun to be specific, the verb hace, hizo, or hacía. If it makes you do it all the time, like now it's hace. If it made you do something one time, hizo, like a reaction, like I heard a sound and it made me think of a show I used to watch on TV. Escuché un sonido y me hizo pensar en un programa que antes miraba en la televisión. It could have been a shrill from an animal that you would hear on the show or something all the time. And then hacía, if it's something that used to make you think about something. So that's that. Okay, pensar en, to think about, pensar que, to think that. So that's it. Again, the verb conjugation is not a big deal here. We got our pronoun, we have our verb, and then we have our infinitive with either en in the conclusion with a noun or pronoun, or pensar que with a conjugated verb. Okay, es todo por ahora. Please subscribe. Please like the lesson. Por favor, haga clic en el botón de me gusta, like, y también suscríbase, ¿verdad? Oprima el botón de me gusta y suscríbase. Please subscribe and hit the like button. Okay, es todo por ahora. Gracias.